So in this video, I want to go over some ideas for you to play over a 3, 6, 2, 5 in the key of G major. The chords are B minor 7 to E minor 7 to A minor 7 and then D7. And if you only know how to do them with bar chords, that's a fine way to make up your loop. So this thing, this 3 to a 6 to 2 to a 5 is basically called a turnaround or a set of turnarounds. It's used a real lot in jazz, but it's used in other styles of music too, but it's generally more snuck in. It's more prominent in what people call jazz. And usually it leads back to your 1 chord somehow. So everybody has all these wonderful lines and ideas for how to make up lines over this 3 to a 6 to a 2 to a 5 involving, arpeggios, modes, pentatonic scales, all different kinds of things. And the truth is that it can be very intimidating if you're expected to really be able to outline perfectly any 3, 6, 2, 5 in any key, because that's a lot of material and a lot of knowledge. So I'm just going to go over some of the simpler ways that you might try to approach this. The first way is this. Since the progression I'm playing against the loop goes basically B minor, E minor 7, A minor 7, D7. My first approach is this. Just play over the B minor. Play over the B minor 7. Try to remember, that you're in the key, you're in the key of G major. So if you want to look at B minor 7 in the key of G major, you could think, well, I have B minor pentatonic scale. I also have a B minor or a B minor 7 arpeggio. For the minor 7th. Or you could think, well, I have the mode. So that's the first way. I'm just going to play over this for you. To hear it against the chords, to just do it, is going to be hard unless the chords are going on. So I have a loop on. I'm going to put it on. It goes like this. it sounded pretty good. I guess because it keeps revolving back to the B minor, you could call that like the tone center. B minor sounded really pretty good. So, okay, well, the next chord was E minor 7. So you might say to yourself, well, what happens if I play just E minor 7? Or E minor. So that would be like E minor pentatonic. Or the E minor arpeggio. You know, or the Aeolian scale, because you're in the key of G. But I'm not going to do that one next, because that one, E minor, is a lot like a G minor. I mean a G major chord. It's like a G6 really. And B minor is really a lot like a G major 7 chord. So just because they kind of share a lot of the common chord tones with the key we're in, I'm not going to go to E minor next. Now I'm going to go to A minor, which should sound a little bit different to you. So I'm going to play A minor pentatonic, A minor arpeggio, the arpeggio, over the whole thing. Here you go. Sorry. Wait a minute, we gotta cleanse our ears. That was a big bad boo-boo I just did. I played the wrong key. Here we go again. A minor. Okay, so to me, they sounded slightly different, maybe a little bit more than slightly different, maybe really very different. To show you that back to back, let me do one revolution B minor, one revolution A minor. Very different. Let's go with very different. Okay, another possibility is just play your E minor sound over the entire thing. Whether this goes a little bit further out or comes closer, you let me know in the comments. Before I keep going, thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you try some of it, because possibilities are endless. The imagination is limitless, and theory is just a tool to help you have things to do. But in the end, and at the end, for yourself and for your listener, the way that it sounds to you is what's most important. If you like that color of orange that you're painting, then paint it. If you don't like it, change the shade somehow. So this is a way to change shades. Here I'm using E Aeolian, E minor 7 arpeggios. that sounded really great right there in the pocket over all the chords, mostly because the E minor pentatonic scale is the relative minor of your major pentatonic, which is G, and it's hard to play either of them and not make that major sound come through, especially in that minor progression. So what didn't we try? We did B minor pentatonic, we did A minor pentatonic, we did E minor pentatonic. Now we're going to just think D7. D7. What do you do when you have a D7 chord? Any of the things you know how to do over D7, you try to do over this whole progression. Things that occurred to me over a D7 is D major pentatonic, D minor pentatonic, D hybrid, D major pentatonic with the I wouldn't do D during this, but definitely D mix. So let's see what all that sounds like over the same chord progression. Would you have thought that would have worked at all? I really wouldn't have thought of that. Playing over a B minor 7 to an E minor 7 to an A minor 7 to a D7, playing D7 stuff against it, almost like as if you were just playing a D7.